You know, as we've talked about here before at nationaltelegraph.com, New Hampshire's governor is one of the weakest in the country. 2-year term, one of only 2 governors with that. No line item veto, even though almost 40 governors have that. A board of directors known as the Executive Council that looks over your shoulder every 2 weeks on every contract and every political appointment. So the governor's veto pen is one of the strongest weapons they have. And this coming week, the House of Representatives will probably sustain Governor Maggie Hassan's vetoes, and if they don't sustain all of them, then she's got 11 Senate Democrats backing her up and going to give her support for that. This is important, as I said, because of the weakness of the governor, and governors need to be surgical in how they decide to have vetoes. During 4 years in office, Republican Steve Merrill never had vetoes overridden. Jeanne Shaheen, the first Democratic woman to be governor. Maggie Hassan's the second. Jeanne Shaheen, 3 terms in office until she ran for the U.S. Senate and lost in 2002. She never had a veto overridden. John Lynch, one of the most popular governors in state history, who served the longest in state history, 4 terms. For the first 3 terms, he had no vetoes overridden. It was only till Republicans took control, and at a 3-to-1 majority, that they steamrolled him and overrode 14 vetoes over those last 2 years in office. I think in some ways prompted John Lynch to say, you know, 8 years is enough. 8 is enough, as the story says. So Governor Hassan, who was a former Senate Majority Leader, did not veto a single state Senate bill, knowing that with a 13-11 split there, it could be very divisive to veto a Senate bill. She was smart in what she vetoed. She vetoed bills that didn't have supermajority support in both branches of the legislature, and I think she'll win. We'll follow that this week for you at nationaltelegraph.com.